Good morning, students. I am your Science 2 ma'am. Hope you all are following our teachings. So, we have seen in Science 2 about animal kingdom and we are seeing about all the phylums in it. So, let's start today's topic with phylum Mollusca. So, what does phylum Mollusca includes or what animals are grouped under this group phylum Mollusca? They are soft-bodied animals. So, soft-bodied animals. A best example is snail. You might have seen snail. Is it no? Yes, garden snails. Okay, these snails are coming under this group phylum Mollusca. They are diverse group. Not only these, but most of the animals are soft-bodied. Okay, so they are a diverse groups of animals living in marine, freshwater, and even terrestrial habitat. So they can live in land, they can live in water. Some animals are grouped in water, some are in freshwater, some are in marine, and also terrestrial habitat. The body of these animals are bilaterally symmetrical, soft, and without segmentation. It is divided into head, muscular foot, and a visceral mass. The foot helps, that is, the foot helps in locomotion. The entire body is covered with some skins or some mantles. Okay, that is only called as a mantle, which secretes the outer hard calcareous shell. So the body is covered by shell. Since they are soft-bodied animals, the body is covered by shell. Then respiration is through lungs or gills. Sexes are separated with larval stage during the development. The best example, snails, octopus. Even octopus comes under the group Mollusca. Next, let's see about the phylum Echinodermata. So Echinodermata have spined, that is spine skinned animals. Their body is covered with spines. They are exclusively free living marine animals. So most of them, not most of them, all the animals are free living marine animals. They are triploblastic animals and true coelomate. The adult animals are radially symmetrical but larvae remains bilaterally symmetrical. The unique feature present in these animals are the body is filled with water vascular system. So locomotion is affected by tube feet. So it helps by the help of a tube feet. Body is covered by spines, that is they are made up of calcareous ossicles. Example, starfish and sea urchins. And next comes the phylum Hemicardata. So Hemicardata are marine organisms with soft, vermiform and unsegmented body. They are bilaterally symmetrical, coelomate animals and with non-cardates and cardates features. So they will have both the invertebrate features and also cardate features. They are the interlink or the mediate between invertebrates and vertebrates, that is non-cardates and cardates. They have gill slits but do not have notochords. Since they are not having notochords, they are coming under the separate phylum Hemicardates. They are ciliary feeders and most remain as a tubeless form. Example, Balanoglossus. Next comes the big phylum Cardates. So that's all about the invertebrates. Now we are moving to the next phylum, that is the Cardates. The Cardates are the animals which have backbones or called as the notochords. So cardates are characterized by the presence of notochords, dorsal fins, dorsal nerves and pad skill pouches. Notochords are the long rod-like supporters of the along the back of the animal. So we know it is a backbone. So all these animals which have backbones are coming under the group cardates. All cardates are triploblastic and coelomate animals. Even though this phylum is having backbone, certain features, that is the certain parts of the bodies are replaced by some other organ system. So it is again divided into subphylums, that is procardates and vertebrata. So vertebrata means vertebral column will be present. But in procardates, they are not having the proper developments. So procardates are considered as the forerunners of the vertebrates. Based on the notochord, prochordates are again divided into subphylums. They are having two subphylums, that is subphylum Urochordata and subphylum Cephalochordata. Now let's see about the subphylum Urochordata. So Urochordata, notochord is present only in the tail region. They are not having throughout the body. It is seen only in the tail region, and they are free living larvae. Adult are sessile. Sessile means they will be very small and minute forms and mostly degenerated. The body is covered with tunica or testis. The best example is Ascidians. Next comes the phylum Cephalochordata. Cephalochordatas are small fish-like marine chordatas with unpaired dorsal fins. They will have unpaired dorsal fins. The notochord extends throughout the entire length of the body. Even though the notochords are present throughout the body, they are having small fin-like structures, and the appearance will be totally different, but they resembles a small fish-like appearance. They are also noted in marine areas only. These cephalochordates are resembling fish appearance, but they are not living as a entire fish. They are not living in the entire format of a marine form. So only they are separated in the cephalochordata. So that's all about today's class. So shall we recall it? So today we have started from the phylum Mollusca. Then we have seen about Mollusca means soft body animals. Then comes the phylum Echinodermata. Echinodermata are spine skinned animals. Next we have seen about the phylum Hemichordata. Hemichordata is the interlinked characters of non-chordates and chordates. Then we have seen about chordates. So chordate is the largest group of animals where they are having the backbones, that is the notochord. But even though no notochords are present, they have some difference in species. So they are having subphylums, subphylum Urochordata and Cephalochordata. That's all, students. So tomorrow we shall start with vertebrata. Thank you.